Hey, so what's up, guys? It's Ordained Fame here, and I don't know why I said that so sad. Like I don't want to be here. I totally want to be here to talk to you guys. I'm here to talk to you guys today about E3, the whole Xbox One versus PS4 on Sony, and I'll start this off by saying I'm recording this first with no background game, so I won't be talking anything about the gameplay, but I probably will be having State of Decay as my background game. It's a great game on the arcade, $20, which isn't a lot of money. It's expensive for an arcade game, but not a lot of money for a great game. It's open world zombies. You'll see it in the background. So anyways, let's get started. So what do we know about me? I have a PlayStation 3, along with an Xbox 360, along with an Alienware desktop, which, yes, I do my computer gaming on. So I'm more of a console person than a PC gaming, probably because I don't know how to build my own PC, and I've never really been into, like, none of my friends play on the PC, so I've never really, had anybody else to play with on the PC. So, what do we know about PS3? We know that PS3 was trumped by Xbox's multiplayer. The chat was the one that did it majorly for me. There was no cross-game chat, which really killed my vibe on PlayStation 3. Because whenever I played single-player games, for instance, Infamous, or if I was playing Battlefield and my friends were playing Call of Duty, it was always nice to talk to my friends, but I couldn't do it if I was playing a different game. As for actual online service, I do think it goes hands down to Xbox. Do I think that the PlayStation's was that bad? No, I don't. I really do not. I think with a little bit of work, they can definitely fix that, and PlayStation 4 is right up there with Xbox. I do think that Xbox 360 took it, but I feel like that's not going to be a major factor in the next servers coming out. So, what does that say about me? I was definitely originally a PlayStation fanboy until I was a proud owner of an Xbox 360. I completely switched over. I barely touch. I had my PlayStation completely off by the Switch in the back, completely off for months and months, and I still barely touch it. I really only got back into it because of Infamous 2, which is a great game, and I felt like finishing that before I moved on to Infamous 3 if I get it. So let's talk about the first reveals, Xbox One, where it revealed their actual console, what it looked like, and what they said about it, compared to PlayStation and Sony. I was able to watch those two, and I mean, Xbox was selling you a media player, basically, so if you want to buy a $500 media player, go ahead, Xbox is the one for you. They didn't show you any games, none of that. PlayStation, on the other hand, did show you some games, showed you some cool stuff. But out of that, I thought Xbox would have taken it from that showing. I had a few things that I was open-ended about from Xbox that I had a lot of questions about. For example, the always online rumor and all that stuff, which, as E3 came around, was all answered. Now, don't get me wrong here. I didn't actually get a chance to watch fully the Xbox reveal. I did watch most of the PlayStation reveal, but I didn't get a chance to watch all of it. I just don't have the time for that. I did sift through some YouTube videos and some information online. So do I have a biased view? Probably, because the videos I watched most likely were people edging towards Sony. So I only am going to have information from one side of the story. Hopefully I can get some YouTube videos about Xbox being great, but it was very difficult to find those over the past hour of me looking. So let's get started as to what I know about Xbox One. Xbox One, you let's see, where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? So Xbox One is describing itself as a home console, wants to be your entertainment console, which doesn't make any sense to me, because if you have a TV and a cable box, you're essentially buying another $500 cable box to put next to your cable box to watch cable, which you already have on your cable box. So that's completely blows my mind as to why you would want that. That's completely pointless and brings nothing to the table for you, and pretty much nothing to the table for Xbox. So as for the TV, that's a complete waste of my time. Don't even bother me with that, Microsoft. I don't know why that is such a big deal for you. We are gamers. We are not here to watch sports and television on an Xbox. If I really wanted to do that, I would watch Netflix, Hulu, and all those, which the PlayStation has all the same, so you're not gaining any ground in saying any of that. Okay, past that. Uh, here's a rumor that I keep hearing, and that is that Xbox specs for their graphics. I found this on Woody's review. He's saying that Xbox is supposed to have half the graphics that PS4 has. If that's true, that would really be Microsoft shooting themselves in the foot. I would be very cautious about that information. I do not think that's accurate, and I'm sure once they both release full specs, that the graphics are going to be just about the same on both systems as it was in the past. Did I always argue that PlayStation had better graphics? Yes, but as the newer Xboxes came out, it was a complete even match. There was really no system that took it definitively, like where I could sit here on my 26-inch TV and go, wow, the PlayStation looks a lot better. It looked identical if I start them both up right now. Um, Xbox always has to be on. I don't get this feature, what they're trying to do here. Why do you need to sign in your Xbox every 24 hours? I don't play during the weekdays, so are you telling me that after a week of not playing, I won't be able to play a game that Friday because I didn't sign my Xbox in? I might be wrong there in what I'm saying, but is that the general consensus that I'm getting from this? Along with always being on, your disc has to be basically verified when you're online. So let's say uh, Hurricane Sandy rolls through. Hurricane Sandy the second rolls through next year, right? And I lose power for a couple days, right? I get my power back on. It's wonderful. I have no cable because now cable's down for like weeks, like it was when Hurricane Sandy rolled through. I had no cable, but I had power. So let's say this happens. I now don't have cable for 3 days, which means if I put in Halo onto my Xbox and decide, hey, you know what, I really want to play some of that campaign mode. I can't play that campaign mode because in a couple of hours the Xbox will register that I have not verified in and will shut down on me and not let me play Halo. What? I don't get it. What the fuck does that even... How is that a good thing in any way, shape, or form? That's retarded. I assume that they're going to change that or make some sort of change because that's just stupid if you ask me. As for the disc itself, you can totally sell the copy to a friend if you want to give him a piece of plastic or whatever the hell those discs are made of. I don't know. Maybe you can make money off those, that like melt them down or something and recycle them, because they're pretty much worthless unless you are friends with that person for 60 days and give them the disc. They can't use the game online at all. It has to be registered to your Xbox, and from what I understand, you can give it to one other friend, but they have to be on your friends list for longer than 60 days. So, like, a person like me, who I play a lot of Xbox, I don't actually like a lot of my actual friends knowing how much I play Xbox. I deleted them all as friends. I was like, they're all just gonna fucking make fun of me or some shit. So I deleted them all, right? So, now what you're saying is I can't give my buddy Ralph a disc because he hasn't been on my friends list for longer than 60 days. That's bullshit. Maybe he wants to play the game. For instance, I have my friend's Bioshock sitting here. I wouldn't be able to play Bioshock then just because I'm not on his friends list? No, that's stupid. I don't... Again, Xbox, you're baffling me with these stupid features that people don't want. You're ruining GameStop in the first place, unless you're going to give some code to GameStop that you have to buy along with the game. But even then, now you're buying a $40 used game when it used to be like a $20 used game. That's just stupidity. Um, let's see what else. The money on Xbox. So now you're buying a $500 console compared to a $400 console. Why why is it so much more, do you ask? Probably because of the Connect. They're probably bundling it all together and putting everything into one package, causing it to be $100 more. But nobody wants a Connect in the first place. I don't know why you would want a Connect. They're horrible. You have to stand outside just for it to register your body. I mean, maybe they improved it so now instead of standing in your neighbor's yard, you can stand in your yard when you're using it, but even then, I don't think it's going to be that big of an improvement. I also don't want a system that's watching me while I watch it, so I'm trying to watch a movie on Netflix, and my Kinect is looking me back in the eyes, staring at me, going, I hope you're not a fucking terrorist. So I would really appreciate a system that's not stalking me. That's freaking weird. that's like a straight out of a horror movie or something. I I'm really baffled about that one too. Um, so now you get down to exclusives, right? Now you're saying, well, yeah, but Xbox has Halo. So, I mean, yeah, unless you're a Halo fanboy, you're not talking Xbox versus PS4 then. You're talking about Halo versus Infamous, which for me, it's Infamous hands down. I never got into the Halo story mode. I played Halo 1 on the computer. That was about it. I didn't have Halo 1. I was never an original Halo person, which is probably why I don't have much feelings for it. But as a result, I really think the only big exclusive game is going to be Halo and the Call of Duty DLCs. Besides that, it always has gone back and forth. Whereas one month, it'll be a Call of Duty drop for Xbox, and then the next month it'll be an Uncharted drop for PlayStation. And again, you have Uncharted, you have Infamous, you have Kingdom Hearts 3, Final Fantasy, which I don't play a lot of fighting games, but for people who do love those games, because those are absolute classics, are enraged, that would be a horrible word. They're in love with the fact that they're bringing all this back. So again, I think nobody takes the edge in exclusives because that's really a matter of opinion. What game do you like better? It's not a, you know, this is the definitive exclusive content console. They've always gone back and forth, and I think that's always how it's going to be. Um, Indie developers, I think there's some weird contract with Xbox now that, from what I understand, I don't understand what the contract says, but from what I understand, the majority of indie games are going to be shifted to PlayStation now due to the better contracts and um, development feel, I guess, the field. I'm not 100% sure on anything on indie, but I would say both consoles are probably going to be about even on indie. Xbox has always had great indie games. PlayStation has always had great indie games. I think that the PlayStation Marketplace was really confusing, whereas the Xbox was a lot simpler. I like the fact that the Xbox Marketplace actually showed me what games to get on the home screen. I really did enjoy that. Um, Another pro of Sony is that it doesn't always have to be on, which they stressed in a really funny manner, just joking about it, making fun of Microsoft. You don't always have to be connected. You can play a game offline. Like for me, I haven't run a software update on my PS3 for ages because for some reason I have an old PlayStation and it doesn't connect correctly to my router. And so my updates will take one update takes about probably like 6 hours. Like not even kidding, close to there. So I haven't bothered to update my PlayStation in ages upon ages, and as a result, I cannot play it online until I update it, which I don't plan on doing anytime soon. So therefore, instead of connecting online, I've just been playing Infamous 2 offline to beat the story mode, which you will not be able to do on the Xbox. You'll have to run that update, and you will have to connect to the internet in order to play Halo. Also Sony allows used games, so like they said, you can, as far as I know, there's no fee attached to the game as far as they've released, so you can just go up to your friend and say, here you go, here's my game, you can give it back whenever, or you can just keep that shit, because I don't really want it anymore. It was a fucking horrible game in the first place. I don't know why I bought it, but you seem to really enjoy it, so you could take it. Or you could keep that disc for yourself, sell it to GameStop, do whatever you want with that disc. Whereas on Xbox, you will have to pay the fee for the digital copy, which is going to probably cost the same amount as the game. So buying a used game is pretty much pointless. It's basically you're buying a plastic disc for no apparent reason. Um, I'm not sure what I'm missing. You can comment if I'm missing anything, and I will do another review soon. This is going to be a long one, probably about 15-minute video. Um, but yeah, those are my ideas. I haven't looked too much into the specs because I don't really know what all the specs mean. I do think that Sony, if you said to me right now, you have to buy a system right this second, which system are you gonna buy? Hands down, buying Sony PS4. Xbox has offered me basically shit, taken away all my liberties that I liked about the Xbox. Oh, also, if you guys didn't know, PlayStation is bringing the cross-game chat to PlayStation 4, so Xbox doesn't have that edge anymore, which was really the definitive edge that made me an Xbox 360 guy. Um, but yeah, if you had told me right now to buy a system, it would definitely be Sony. But if you're going to give me the 5 months or 6 months, whatever it is, to think about it and actually decide which system, I would definitely wait. I would have no clue because I would expect the Xbox to come back with some sort of changes to their system to come back at Sony. And as a result of that, I expect Sony to come back at Xbox again after Xbox makes its changes. So anyways, this was my long, very long review. I hope you guys stayed to watch the whole video. I hope you guys will comment below and tell me your thoughts. And I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. So tell your friends about me. Peace!